So we're going to come to seated if you're not already there. And scoot just a little bit forward on the chair. And as always, we connect with our breath. Let's revisit Chandra Badana. That's the breathing pattern where we visualize breathing in through the left nostril and breathing out through the right. Join me, won't you, as we settle into a focused pattern of breath awareness. And then gently, we'll return our breath to our signature breath, just whatever that is for you personally. Sliding the hands out on the legs, we gently cup the knees and we arch our back. We're coming into a cat arch. On the in breath, slide the hands up to press the thighs into the chair and lift the heart and come into a cow arch. Come back to center, gently take a twist to the right, back to center. That's an in breath. The twist is the out breath to the left, back to center. So we're going to flow with this. We breathe in here, slide the hands out, cat arch, that's the out breath. Hands slide up and press as we lift the heart on the in breath. Come back to center. On the next out breath, we twist first to the right. Come to center. Out breath, twist to the left. Back to center. Sliding the hands out, cat arch. Breathe in to rise to a cow. Breathe out to twist. Breathe in to center. And breathe out to twist. One more time, slide those hands out. Out breath, cat arch. In breath, cow. Out breath, twist. In breath, center. And out breath, twist. Coming back to center. Noticing the breath. And preparing for our sit stand practice. Let me open my timer here. So the sit stand, if you're not familiar with it, is keeping the hands off of the chair, and then we rise up and we sit down. I'm going to do a timer on this, counting how many times we can do the sit stand. Keep your own count. Here we go. Up and down. And then come to sit. So with the sit stand, the recommendation is being able to do at least 5 of those in 13 seconds, that bodes well for stability as well as strength. Find your center, release your hands. We're going to rise up from the chair through chair. So as we come up, there's a little bit of a hinge forward pause with the arms resting down next to the knees or the calves. Pause here. And then we're going to slowly press into the floor to rise. And the hands are going to come either above the head or just to the shoulders. And we're going to pretend like we're sitting back in that chair again. We're going to rise. This time we sweep the arms open. And on the out breath, we pretend like we're sitting in the chair. The bum goes way back. You can see your toes. Come on up. And one more time. And then we rise. I'm going to turn sideways. So we're going to do some short step work. We're going to do short step warrior 1 and warrior 2. So take a foot forward. I'm starting with my left foot. My back foot, I'm turning a little bit out, like at a 45-degree angle. We're going to warm our shoulders up here. Breathe in, nice long spine. On the out breath, slight bend in the knee and the shoulders draw forward. On the in breath, that knee straightens. On the out breath, the knee bends, the shoulders come forward. On the in breath, the shoulders rotate back, the knee straightens. And again, shoulders forward, knee bend. And then we come back to neutral. Switch feet. We're going to bend the knee as we bring our shoulders forward. And then we straighten the knee and come back. Again, we're doing a little shoulder rotation, a little knee bend here. And one more time. Step back. Pause in mountain. And now we're going to step forward. Again, I'm starting with my left foot. Step forward. Turn the back foot at about a 45-degree angle. We're going to bend that front knee. Bring the arms to shoulder height, or if your shoulders feel good, maybe they're coming above the head. We're going to take our torso toward the front knee, any amount. It's a hinge, and then we come back up. Hinge, and then we rise again. Hinge, and then rise again. Pause here. Straighten that front knee. Bring the hands to interlock, interlace behind the hips, and then slowly move the hands away from the sacrum. So that front leg is long, the back leg is long. And if this is enough, pause here. If you'd like a little more, press your pelvis forward, any amount for a nice stretch in that hip flexor. To come out of this, release the hands, slight bend in the knee, step up, and we're going to switch legs. So now the left foot goes back. Whoop. Speaking of balance, wow. It doesn't have to go back far. We have a little bend in that front knee. The arms are coming either to shoulder height or above the head. And we're going to take that hinge forward. That's the out breath. Press into the foot, hinge back up. Hinge again. Breathe in to rise and breathe out to hinge. Coming back up, release the hands. That front knee is straightened. The back knee is straight. Maybe there's a micro bend depending on how comfortable your knees feel. We're going to lift the hands away from the sacrum. And then if that feels fine, press the pelvis forward. Noticing that nice stretch in the left side of the hip flexor. One more nice breath here. Release the hands. Step the feet together. Shake it out. Sweeping the arms up. We take a fold to the shins. Chest, heart parallel to the floor. Breathe in to rise. Arms sweep up. Fold again. Breathe again to rise. One more fold. Breathe in to rise. Hands are going to come to heart center. Now we're going to step our feet out. We're going to come into a warrior two sequence. So maybe a short step, as wide as the mat. Maybe you want to do a little wider, your choice. We're going to begin by turning the right foot out and the left foot in. We float the arms up. We look out over the front hand, bend that front knee. A soft bend, doesn't have to be deep. And now we'll play with this a little bit, straightening the front knee and then bending the front knee, straightening and bending. And one more time, we straighten and then we bend. We're going to take that front hand and rest it on top of the thigh lightly. We're going to take the back arm, bring it shoulder height, and then turn the torso up and reach through that hand. So the right arm is extended and we're pressing into the back edge of the back foot. We're breathing here. If you'd like something additional, you can sweep the arms up and over the head. If your shoulders don't like that, you could just keep the arm pointed forward at shoulder height. If you want to sweep, we'll do 2 more of those. And then we're going to float up back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg, toes turn forward, feet come parallel. Rest the hands on the waist or on the hip joints. Wag the tail a little bit. And then the arms float up. We're switching sides. So turning the opposite foot out. So that's coming at about a 90-degree angle. That back foot comes to about a 45-degree angle. We bend the front knee and we look out over the hand. 3 breaths here. So let's move with this a little bit. Breathe in to straighten the front knee. Breathe out to bend the front knee. Straightening and bending, really gentle, soft motion here, doesn't have to be too deep. And then the next time our knee is bent, we're going to rest the front hand on the thigh, sweep the back arm forward, turn the belly toward the ceiling, and reach through the hand, pressing through the back edge of the back foot. We're 3 breaths here. Ooh, I can feel that in my rib cage. Wow. Been playing a lot of badminton with the grandkids, and ooh, I can feel it right there today. Breathing. And again, if it feels good, we can sweep that arm in circles. And the next time we're at the top, we're going to straighten the front leg. We're going to turn our arms out, turn our feet to parallel, release the hands. And now we're going to do a little prasarita. So I'm going to bring a chair into play here. So take your time. We're going to grab a chair. I'm going to model this on a block so it's easier to see. So the hands can be on the chair. I'm using a block. My feet are wide. And I allow myself to fold forward any amount. If your hands are on the chair, maybe your body will allow you to bring the forearms to the chair. Or maybe the hand is what feels good. Press through the back of the body. So the back legs, press them like you're pressing to the wall behind. And then lift the sits bones. Just a little bit more. See if we can find softness in the upper back. And now we're going to move with this. So we're going to bend that left knee. The left hand is on the block or the chair. And we're going to sweep the right arm up or bring the right arm to the waist, whatever feels best for you. Then we release the right arm and bend the right knee, sweeping the left arm open. So the left leg straight, the right leg's bent. We bring that left arm up or to the waist. Then back to center. Now we're going to flow with this. So whatever hand is on the block, that knee is bent. And then we switch sides, going back and forth. So this is a variation on prasarita for all the Ritas in the room. One more time. And then we come to rest, bringing our head perhaps to the chair, the seat of the chair, or the forearms, or the hands. And we just pause here for a moment. Allowing the stretch to deepen. And then to rise out of this, bend the knees, walk the feet toward each other, hands on the chair, and we lift the toes, just pump the toes up and down. Then we're going to bend our knees Sit back like we're sitting in a chair. We might have wide legs still. Hinge up. Come on up. Then press the floor away to rise. And then walk the feet toward each other. And we come to mountain. Breathing here. We're going to shift the weight to the left foot, and we're going to lift the right knee and perhaps the left arm. We pause here, feel the wobble. Of course, toes can always be on the floor. Hand can be resting on a chair as needed. And then we release down, pause for a moment, and we're going to switch sides. So now we're bending the left knee, lifting the right arm, acknowledging the difference between the sides. Breathe here. Nice balance work. And then the foot releases to the mat. We sweep up and we fold. Sweep up and we fold. Sweep up. And this time when we fold, we're going to pause here. We're going to bend that left knee, press the right hip back. Maybe the head turns a little bit to look to the right. Breathe here. One more breath. Come to center, both knees are straight. Then we're going to bend. Woo-hoo. We're going to bend that right knee, press the left hip back. Perhaps we turn to look a little bit to the left. One more breath. Coming back to center, we're going to sweep the arms up. And we're back in mountain. Oh yeah, we are. Just settling here for a few breath cycles. Arriving in the mind space that knows there's nothing to do and nowhere to be, to just be present here and now with breath. And now we're going to make our way to our chair. And we're going to do a few active chairs before we sit. If you've already seated and you feel like you're done, just stay where you are. Otherwise, join me as we bring our hands, our feet are about as wide apart as our hip joints, or wider if that's more comfortable for you. The arms come up to shoulder height, or maybe they bracket the head, but we can all do shoulder height. And then we're going to sweep the arms and come straight. And as we out breathe, as we exhale, we almost sit, and then we come back up. And one more time. And this time we're actually going to make our way to seated on the chair. So come on back down. And we close our practice today by simply coming back to an awareness of our breath. There's a Zen proverb: to be calm is the highest achievement of the self. That's the Zen version of be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. Be calm, the highest achievement of self. And doesn't it make sense if we can be calm and present? It takes us into that still point, that depth where we know we are connected at all times to our Creator. We open our arms wide to gather all the blessings that already exist, and we draw them in appreciation and gratitude into our hearts. And together we all say, Namaste.